there probably are actually a large number of misconceptions, but some fairly common ones I'll mention to see if they're common to people who are watching. One is that differentiation is somehow incompatible with standards. And the idea there is that we have a standardized test coming at the end of the year, and it requires that all the students be tested on the same thing on the same day. And so it somehow seems incompatible to assume that we could teach students differently and then assess them the same. Even the term standard sounds as though it lacks flexibility. The truth of the matter is the standards are a curriculum issue, and what we determine to teach is one thing. It's what we think of in terms of curriculum. I would wish that we weren't just teaching lists of standards and that they were wrapped in a more meaning-laden form. But in any case, whatever we teach, we teach. Differentiation is not a curriculum model, it's an instructional model. And so it says, whatever it is you want to teach, you better teach in a way that's going to make sense for the kids if you want to get them to where you need them to go. And so although it may seem ironic, in truth it's just what we know about teaching and learning. If I teach you so that you actually understand, if I teach you so that you own it and make sense to you, even if I have taught you in a slightly different way than I taught the kid next to you, you will both do better on the standardized test because you understood it better, because you had the comfort. Another misconception about differentiation is that it's for a special kind of kid. It's only for students in special ed. It's just for English language learners. It's only for kids who are having trouble in school. It's just another excuse to work with gifted students. If you had normal students, they wouldn't need to be differentiated. The truth is, all of us have variance in our readiness within ourselves and with others. All of us bring our own set of interests. All of us have preferred ways of learning and ways that don't work. And at any particular moment, we're likely to be more successful or less successful in our own particular learning journey, kind of like the stock market, up and down, way down, up some. And there is no such thing as a kid who doesn't need to be seen as an individual by a teacher. Here's the thing I found out when I left my own classroom and had the opportunity to be going into others. And that is, we'll never be successful in differentiating to meet the needs of learning disabled students, or students with cognitive difficulties, or students with ADHD, or second language learners, or anybody else, until we learn how to manage a classroom flexibly so that when there's a need, we have a way to respond to it. And so, in my opinion, we really have to learn to differentiate for everybody and have a classroom that's flexible enough to accommodate that, or we'll never be successful in differentiation in general. So differentiation's not for any particular kind of kid, it's every kind of kid. And I think that misconception is one that would help us really sort of embrace the notion more if we realize that really by learning to become more student-focused and flexible, we'd really be benefiting the achievement of all of our students.